Hope you're having a great summer with the kiddos so far. 6:31 right now. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Angela Brauer. We're getting word now of even more power outages. We have live pictures here coming in from Hong Kong. This car right here, it's riddled with bullet holes on the passenger side. We're now getting word that there's 12 people dead, including a sheriff's sergeant that was on that department for almost 30 years. And it's at that point that a dispatcher will come over the radio, give Deputy Pickett's call sign. When he expectedly does not answer, that dispatcher will come back over. You may hear some tones. It's a little bit different depending on the department.
Very sad that he was taken like this.
So you knew him. Were you able to talk to your child at all through text message, phone call?
Fortunately, one of her peers had their phone and she texted me and she said, "I love you, Mom. I'm so scared. I love you, Mom."
I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I can't even imagine. Where are you right now? Are you at the high school? About 1,393 students attend Dennis Intermediate School, so you can imagine the chaos trying to get every one of those students over to the high school. Oh! It is the story everybody is talking about this morning. This scene on an Indianapolis interstate, that semi-truck exploding on the east side. The driver pulled to safety moments before his truck exploded again. Investigators believe that truck hit a guardrail, that it split the tank open, and then the truck flipped, and that's when this fire started. This morning, we're learning the driver, 59-year-old Jeffrey Denman, is in critical condition. All of this on the ramp from I-465 to I-70 on the east side. After confirming that bridge was structurally sound and after a 15-hour cleanup, the ramp is back open this morning. State police believe speed contributed to this crash. But again, huge story here that has us all talking. Several Hoosiers rushing into the flames, getting Denman to safety. 35-year-old Holly McNally was one of those good Samaritans. She and another man saw Denman engulfed in flames, so they put out the flames, and that's when Denman told her he was hauling jet fuel. What comes in has to go out, and this is what we're concerned about. And we know that several groups from Indiana are along the East Coast right now helping with some of those recovery efforts. And that includes 86 members of Indiana's Task Force 1. Joining us on the phone this morning is Captain Michael Pruitt. And Captain, we appreciate your time this morning. You know, you're in North Carolina. Just tell us what it's like there. What are you seeing? Take a look right here at this INDOT video. This was I-70 overnight. This incident shut down the eastbound lanes for hours. This was all near State Road 9 in Greenfield. Now, the good news is that this morning all lanes are back open, so no issues. If you pick the dentist, you're not alone here. A survey of U.S. workers in 2019 revealed most people would rather do pretty much anything else, like literally anything else, than attend a meeting. The biggest reasons people don't like meetings are off-topic conversations and then people arriving late. I think I'm the only person that said I kind of like meetings. But my reasoning is because we don't get into the same room together enough.
But see, I'm the guy who's always distracting people in meetings, like taking us off topic, which is why I enjoy meetings so much. So
let's get started, Frank. We've got some incredible video out of Phoenix, Arizona this morning. A massive 2-alarm fire. This is at a junkyard. Look at those huge plumes of smoke. Do you see that car right there on the right side of your screen? This driver in Michigan spun out into the shoulder, slid back out on the roadway, right into the path of a semi-truck. Close call. So here's the thing, if your kids play sports, you need to look out for symptoms, especially if they've had more than one head injury. I mean, let's be honest, teenagers, they're not going to be the first one to raise their hand and say, okay, I'm hurt and I'm coming off the field. They can be a little stubborn at times. I was one of them. You mentioned the flu. You know, with coronavirus, it's still so new. It's like a brand new strain. We don't know how it's spreading. We don't know how fast. We don't have a vaccine. We don't have a treatment. And so it's the unknown that I think people are so concerned about. Right. What is the feeling, right, that's going through these two people? So Stromboli is that volcano you're seeing on the left side of your screen right now. It's on a small island off the coast of Sicily, and it erupted. And this gigantic plume of smoke went into the sky.
It's like recording our final moments, right? We're going to die anyway.
Like, let's make sure we get this. Yeah, we got a nice day ahead here, but some changes on the way. You know, you can smell McDonald's burgers and, like, crave them. I get that. But do you really want a candle?
like your whole house smelling like
right.
that? You know, but
I mean, I guess there's people out there.
I was going to
right?
say, somebody's going to buy it, though.
I do want to hone in on those roads, right? It's a big sticking point for a lot of our viewers out there. You, of course, put a ton of emergency funds, millions of dollars into the roads. You propose this 9-county, for lack of a better term, we'll call it a commuter tax. What are we going to do this year about those potholes, Mayor? And the 7 managers that were approved yesterday officially walking those 2 articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump over to the Senate. After today, it's going to run 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. So we're in for the long haul here. No word on how they got out in the first place, but Nick, I think they need to beef up security there.
I see what you did there.
Move on back home. Nothing for me? Nothing. They left me speechless. That never happens. The Special Olympics premier fundraiser is back for its 20th year. CBS 4's Colby Phelan is joining us there. Colby, it's a little different this year, right? You look bundled up. I'm glad you're warm. And this is going viral. It shows this professor calling police and the officers removing a student from the classroom. So as you said, this right here, probably just a freak accident, but a good reminder. If you're going to reach down for something, whether it's at a toll booth, maybe even an ATM, park your car, put it in park, because you don't want to see this happen. While there are some clusters in northern Indiana, you can see those here at the top of your screen, it really seems like the majority is in Marion County. So we'll go ahead and zoom in here. Take a look at this massive cluster right here of purples, yellows, greens, oranges. Inside the county, we're specifically looking more so at downtown. That's where I think the biggest cluster I could find was, and then also on the east side toward the Little Flower district. Right now we're looking year to date, but we're able to break this down in just the last 30 days. You can see again, there's downtown right there, east side full of those clusters as well. And then we're able to break it down too by time, by day of the week. As you said, Frank, what I found interesting is it looks like more and more we're seeing these ODs happen on weekdays rather than on the weekends, and then also in broad daylight. Let's talk about a test drive gone bad, right? A driver lost control, landed on top of a Mercedes. Someone was inside. And doing it properly, right? The CDC is saying 20 seconds, you sing happy birthday twice, sing whatever you want. Our crew did a little experiment here inside the building to show you why. 4 people used glow germ under a black light to show you how dirty their hands were before washing, and then after. Each tried a different washing method. We had one person lather with soap for 10 seconds, another for that full CDC recommended 20 seconds. One person did that rinse and shake we've all seen before, and then Nick here used hand sanitizer. And I will say too, what I was surprised by are the places we often forget. I mean, how many of us do this.
It's just this,
but you don't get in between your fingers, you don't get underneath your fingernails. So that was really interesting. Speaking of, I'm going to give myself a little pump right now, you know? People have put Christmas trees, Mardi Gras beads inside their potholes. One man set up a TV, grabbed a couple beers, watched the Saints game from a pothole. When it rained, a man jumped into a pothole with goggles and a snorkel, and the water was above his head.
See, that's the problem. They're embracing the potholes when they need to do something different. So the city's like, oh, we don't want to fix that.
You think it's bad here. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. Those grasshoppers are for sure coming home with you.
That's amazing.
Right? By the way, I often wonder if you realize that we're on air when you start to sing. So I have this very confused look on my face of like, come on, I know parents hate this song because it just goes over and over again, but no?
No.
And the show is coming later this year, October.
There's a new show coming
You can get
out.
the cereal, you can go to the show in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
All right, definitely spring-like. Before we go, let's take a live look. Chris Kindle Market is packed. Lots of sunshine out there. If you're looking for the holiday lights, this is a good place to go. Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a great holiday. It all kind of kicked off yesterday. He had spoken publicly at the Economic Forum yesterday, but never made a mention of the impeachment trial. So here we are, day 2. He's at least addressing it. He is expected to fly back to D.C. today, so we'll continue to watch that. And any other comments, if we need to dip back in, we will.
Right.
Doing it properly, right? The CDC is saying 20 seconds, you sing happy birthday twice, sing whatever you want. Our crew did a little experiment here inside the building to show you why. 4 people used glow germ under a black light to show you how dirty their hands were before washing and then after. Each tried a different washing method. We had one person lather with soap for 10 seconds, another for that full CDC recommended 20 seconds. One person did that rinse and shake we've all seen before, and then Nick here used hand sanitizer. I will say too, what I was surprised by are the places we often forget. I mean, how many of us do this?
It's just this,
but you don't get in between your fingers, you don't get underneath your fingernails. So that was really interesting. Speaking of, I'm gonna give myself a little pump right